This is a Tape Deck podcast.
Hello and welcome back to We'll Run For. This is your host Tom, and with me are Michael and Diana.
Hello.
Hello.
And
It's weird, right?
We're
It's
we're
weird,
here.
but
here.
we're here.
Yeah.
It's
We're-
weird. We're here.
Yes.
Indy's about to start barking at a coat, so things are kind of back to normal, but not really.
I fed the cats already, so there's that. But yeah, it's weird.
It's weird.
It's okay, guys. We know it's weird. It's fine.
No, it's weird.
Yeah.
But
It's also weird that Greg has been ignoring our messages to join the podcast, and I just think
oh my God. Sorry, I have a cold, so that made me choke, but that is hilarious. I did troll Greg at the memorial about that, and
Yep.
I know Erin would have totally appreciated that. So
yeah, that
we love you, Greg.
we love you, Greg, and we'd like to announce the fourth host of the We'll Run For.
Oh my
Greg.
God, Greg signed a contract. Can't get out of it.
This is not emotional manipulation. This is
Nope.
totally normal behavior.
Look. If there's anything we learned over the last 16 months, it's that Erin was very happy to use, not happy, but very comfortable using cancer to fix issues.
Her
And I approve of that.
one of her joys in life was making me extremely uncomfortable.
Yes, it was like
So-
she used it constantly to emotionally manipulate
I was
people.
like, I don't want to do this, and she's like, we're doing it.
It's really hard to say no to her.
Yeah.
Regardless, it was hard to say no.
Just
So
also, you just said regardless. I was on a conference call today
Oh no.
with my boss,
Oh no.
who said back to back to back to back. Irregardless of that, irregardless of this, irregardless of this, and I'm like next to her, and my ears are like
Burning
bleeding.
off your
I'm
head.
like, come on, man.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah, so that had no basis for anything we're talking about.
No.
No.
Yeah.
This is our springtime review, by the way. Obviously, there'll be discussions of the weekend and other things in the meantime. So next time we would like to, I do have a bunch of audio from people. If you'd like to send something in, there's no set timeline, say a couple weeks. I'm going to be traveling. So say a few weeks. And if you want to send something, send it to willrunforpodcast@gmail.com. I think at that point I will be able to read some too. So if you want to send anything text based, I should be able to read it.
yeah,
I think I'll be at
we can split them up.
Yeah, I think like a couple weeks ago, I don't think I would have been able to read anything. But I think I'd be able to read. I'm not saying I won't break down. Like, look, I'm macho, but I'm not that macho. We'll just,
Shit, man. I'm sorry.
Whoa, Tom, breaking the rules.
I apologize.
That's unusual for him.
That might be his first one.
That might be the first one ever.
Look, we are a PG podcast, but
Channeling Erin.
you've this isn't necessarily what we're talking about, but you have been a lot more put together than I think anybody could have imagined. So I think
Well, here's the secret. I am only put together when I'm talking to people.
that's fair. Hey.
So, like, in the privacy of my own home, that's a whole different different
Yeah.
sphere right there. Like meeting people and talking to people, totally. I can do that. Like, that's fine.
Yeah.
Speaking in front of everybody at the memorial, I can do that. Doing a toast, can do that. existing in in my home alone is a whole different calculation.
Yeah,
That's
and I don't think it'll ever be normal. It reminds me of what is that Parks and Rec quote where it's Rob Lowe where he's like, "If I keep my body in constant motion."
That's fair. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I try and do. Today, I couldn't because I was sick. So there is that.
So that's back to normal.
Yeah. I got a stomach virus and a cold within the last 2 weeks. So there we go. We're
correct.
back. We're back on the train. Let's go. Let's do this.
I mean, you can chalk that up to probably the post-Disney crud because
That's fair. It was a lot of hugging, a lot of close
crud
to
is
people. Yeah.
very people-y weekend in a very nice way, but very
Yes.
a lot of folks.
I'm very excited to recap this because it was a pretty amazing weekend for me, I will say.
Yeah.
It was pretty special.
Good. Before we get into that, though, hey, what are we running for this week?
Oh, I was wondering if we were going to talk about your announcement first, but we can.
Well, that's what I'm running
Oh,
for.
okay.
Well, don't we do
Oh.
training after what we're running for?
So that'll transition
Do we?
us in.
Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah. Right? That's what we
Okay.
do, right?
Look,
Yeah.
there's usually someone shouting at me, keeping me on track, and blatantly calling me out for when I deviate from our show notes. So
All right. I think you're right, though. I think it's what we're running for and then training.
Yeah.
So we can roll right into it from your thing. So I guess we'll let you go last since you have a big announcement.
okay.
So what I'm running for is I got a proof of time race in May, just some stupid half in Atlantic City that I had to sign up for because they moved the stupid proof of time date to July 1st. So now I got to find a stupid half marathon locally. So I'm going to do that. And then today I signed up for a 50K in Malibu, California.
Oh.
So I'll be running, doing a nice little trail race out there. Gonna fly out there solo and hang out and do a nice trail race. And I'll probably carry Erin's shirt with me for that one too, because she would
Love
love
it.
the trail like that. So that one's gonna be for her.
Oh.
The stupid half is because I'm signed up for Stupid Goofy, which is all her fault. So blame Erin for this one. I love the marathon. I don't love having to do the half because that's 2 days in a row, but I am doing it. So look for me marathon weekend. So that's what I'm running for right now at the moment.
Actually training for races. Look
Yeah,
at
I'm
that.
actually doing speed work because I gotta get stupid proof of time.
Yeah.
So I got to get like a 153.
Oh my God. Well, I'm running for, I don't know. We'll see how long I'm running for because I actually felt really good at springtime, but I've got an appointment on Monday with my ortho to talk about my knee and what next stages
yes.
will look like. So
Mhm.
I would like to get a proof of time race in sometime in April before I do a surgery, but I don't know timelines or anything. So
Yeah.
right now I'm just running while I can run. So I plan on getting some miles this weekend. But I'm already back into like my Peloton strength training,
Oh,
all that.
nice.
So we got home Tuesday, so I started back Wednesday with all that. But yeah, I felt great for both races. A little knee pain. But I felt like super healthy, super strong, super fast. So I feel like I'm in a good place to like at least try for some type of proof of time that I can use because mine expired. So this was the last time I was able to use it. So I'm kind of sad about that. So
Yeah, same here. Mine expired.
yeah, so
Now I'm stuck. I had to pay like it was some sorry to myself for having to edit this. Some stupid $150 half marathon in Atlantic City because it's the
Just go.
only thing like reasonably close in the right amount of time. And I'm like, I'm not driving like whatever 100 miles away. I'm like, ugh. So I'm
Yeah.
stuck paying that. And then that means I got to go to Atlantic City, which I don't love anyway because I used to work down there. And I'm like,
oh, gotcha. You should have well, no, when's the date? It was like you could have done St. Michael's, which is it
that
would've been
flat?
Yeah,
It
it's
is
super
really flat.
flat.
oh, is it? I should
And
have
it
done
would have
that.
been, when is it, May? It's like May 17th or something
Oh,
like that.
Damn, that's the same day. I should have done that.
Oh. Because I was like, it's about 2 hours, I think, because it's on the eastern shore of
Are you
Maryland.
guys doing it?
No, I have to go to
Oh.
a conference.
Oh. Well, then
So-
I'm not driving 2 hours then.
No. But
You're
it's
lucky I'm
like
driving
super flat and nice.
You're lucky I'm driving to Atlantic City to do this. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
no offense to people who love halves. Like, I get it. Like, it's just not my thing, just to be clear.
All right.
Ugh.
Tom.
Here it is. Here we go.
What,
Here we
what
go.
are you running for?
What are we doing?
It was either going to be the New York City Marathon, which for some reason I think is easy to get into. I would have done fundraising for Fred's team in general.
Yeah.
But
And then I started talking about everything that it would cost for us to go up and do New York with
Yeah.
him.
Yeah,
you
it's a lot.
essentially you talked me out of it basically.
It's
like
just
not
just
She-
not this year.
Yeah,
Just not this year.
I will say she loved Marine Corps almost as much as New York.
So I registered for the Marine Corps Marathon.
She loved it.
Yep.
Um,
I hate it running it. No offense to the Marines. I just hate it. I hate big races. But
hey, and I know it's big, and I know it's got time requirements and gauntlets and all that jazz, and I am in no way, shape, or form ready to do it in my present state. So a lot of training is going to happen. But I did talk to our friend Mal, and Mal is going to be my coach.
Awesome. I've heard good things about Mal's coaching, by the way.
I'm very excited. I just, and I talk a lot of trash, and I commit to a lot of things that I do not prepare for properly. But this is going to be my part-time job for the next 6
pretty
months.
much. You know
Yeah,
what?
yeah.
I recommend retiring and just focusing on the running.
Just becoming a man of leisure.
Man of
A
leisure.
man of leisure.
Coochie man of leisure.
Yes, that should be your new IG handle.
Gucci man of leisure.
But yeah, there's a lot of folks that we know that are registered for it.
Oh my god, I can't
There
believe
is
so
a
many people are
lot.
doing it.
Yeah.
I actually have a little bit of FOMO, but I can't
Yeah.
commit because I committed to fixing my knee this year.
Yeah.
Well, you
so-
know what? You can hang out with me. We'll cheer.
Yeah. I think we're gonna put together a beer stop.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
even better. I'll hang out
Yeah.
there.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
So yeah, Marine Corps Marathon. All in.
All right.
Let's go.
So our Marine Corps journey begins. When is that? October?
October 26th or something, yeah.
Okay. I'll make sure not to go away that week.
Yeah.
It's
so-
actually the same day as your Oktoberfest 5
5K?
miler.
Oh, our 5 miler. Well, I might have to sacrifice something that I do every year.
You're so brave.
Is that the same weekend as
brave.
Wine and Dine? Or is that
It
different weekend?
usually is. It's usually like the same weekend. I don't
Usually
know if it is
right?
this year,
I don't know either.
but there's a lot. Or maybe Wine and Dine always falls with New York. Maybe that's it.
I think it usually fell with New York. Yeah, I think you're
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
I don't know. People have been texting me and they're like, "Is he going to be okay doing this? Is he?" And I said, "Yes," because he hired a coach, so he doesn't
That's a
have to
good
rely
first-
on me.
Good first step. I like it. That means you're taking it seriously.
Yes.
Here's the thing. Any of the kind of the trepidatious naysayers out there, I get it. I have mirrors. I know
It's
that
just it's not it's a past behavior.
No,
Yeah,
yeah. If past behavior dictates future performance, I get that. That's probably a safe bet.
Oh my God.
But I'm committed, and now I just gotta train.
Yeah.
I gotta do it. I'm gonna follow the plan that we put together, and
Speed work, endurance training,
All of
strength
that.
training.
I'm not going to say that, hey, I walked Indy 2 miles today, so that's good for my training. It's going to be some early mornings. It's going to be all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I will say that when we were training for Dopey and we had to do the back-to-back long runs and all this kind of stuff, like that sucked. But like that prepared me properly to get through that weekend.
Yeah.
So I know if I
Yeah.
put in work, I can get closer to where I need to be.
And it's not, I mean, you're really going to have to work on speed, definitely, to get that. But it's not going to be as many miles as Dopey was.
Right.
Like, so it'll be, I don't want to say easier, but it won't be as much as a time commitment.
Yeah,
It'll
you're
be
not
different.
training
It'll be
for-
different.
yeah. You're not training for a 4-day event. Yeah.
Yeah. It won't. I don't think it'll be. Although Mal, I don't know what you have up your sleeve, but I don't
That's
think
fair.
it'll be like back-to-back long runs. Like
Yeah.
it won't be 10 miles on Saturday and then 20 miles on Sunday. Like it won't be that.
I mean,
There
we're
are
gonna work-
time goals, though. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Well,
it'll be speed
It's
and
a 14-minute mile, and you got to beat the gauntlets. 14-minute mile marathon is 6 hours and 11 minutes.
Okay.
I don't know. That's just math because I looked it up. But yeah, let's go.
let's go. Do you or is this going to be like a Mal conversation? Are you going to do a specific interval? Or are you going to
Whatever. Like I'm sure I'll interval, and I have to stretch it because like when we did Dopey, we did 2-in-1s. If I can get to 3 or 4 and something, that would be great. But that's endurance, right? I got to get my endurance
Yeah.
better. I got to get my
Yep.
overall health better in the sport of running. So,
we'll be dieting in the Decatur Stover household?
oh, good Lord.
Let's get some salad in here, a vegetable.
I like vegetables. I like salad.
Meanwhile, I just brought him home. Like I went to a networking event tonight, and I brought him home like pizza and wings. Like I brought him
cannot
home.
wait. I cannot wait to eat some pizzas and wings.
Oh my God.
So
Okay. But yeah, so that's the news.
And yeah, Megan Avis texted me. She's like, "How dare he post that while I was in the OR?"
Amazing. How appropriate.
Uh-huh.
How appropriate.
She's like, he thought he could sneak by me, and I was like, I told him to
Yep.
text you.
Yep.
So, Mark's doing it. I saw.
Oh, is he?
Hey, yeah.
I was like, the hell.
There's so many people doing that race this year.
There's a lot of
it's
people.
Crazy, yeah.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to bring like a flag and maybe get like a keg or something. Like
Yeah.
do something.
I have flags.
Although, like, yeah, I was gonna say it might be hard. Like, maybe not race chase, but maybe we just do like a cool
A
stop
spot
for people.
Yeah. That's probably smarter. Yeah.
Yeah.
I went out to the old 6-day, which is at the track at Cooper Loop.
No.
And
Yes.
it has been miserable out. I was talking to Jen. They're going to try and move it to May next year. The first day, it was raining and 40 degrees all day. The second day I went out there, it was like 30-mile-an-hour winds and 40 degrees.
Was that Tuesday? Because
Yes.
when our flight was landing,
When you guys were coming home, yes.
I thought I was gonna die. Like I thought we were gonna land upside down like that plane in Toronto because
It was windy.
it was like
We were.
shaking.
We were
I was like,
shaking.
and I usually don't get scared on flights. I'll get turbulence and it doesn't bother me. And I was like flipped out.
Yeah. I did not appreciate that. I was looking at the Endless Endurance Instagram, and people were like tagging them in their
Yeah.
progress, and this one person's like 240 miles in
3 days or whatever.
they were
Yeah.
like 4 days. Sorry, I haven't checked in or something. Like I'm like, what is going on at the Cooper Loop?
God.
That's
Yeah.
so many loop because it's a loop, right? It's just a loop with that.
Just a track.
It's just the track.
They're
How
doing
many-
just the track.
How many? Okay, so a track is
A
what,
quarter mile.
A quarter mile.
Oh my god!
It's, like 920 loops.
No, because when we go do track work with like the training group and it's like 3 miles on the track, I want to die. I don't know how people do it. Like I don't.
They have to switch. They have to switch directions, right?
They
Like,
have
you
to.
have to.
Usually they switch every so often. Yeah. For
Yeah.
turning. Yeah, because you don't want to
Yeah,
constantly be doing the same
Because that would
repetitive
kill.
motion.
Yeah, that would kill you.
Yeah. It'll mess you up.
Yeah, generally looped races like that or track races like that will alternate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was funny because on Monday you texted us and you were like, "Stay where you are. It's miserable here." And then we got off the plane and I was like, "He was right."
Yep, it was
cold.
terrible. It was
It's
terrible. I got home Monday and it was not nice out.
Yeah.
One more thing about Cooper River Park. I think Greg from Rise to Run is putting some relay teams together for Loopy Looper.
Yes.
Are they
yes.
going to be Will Run For sponsored or Rise and Run sponsored? Because I've got
on
words.
the runs? On the runs.
I mean, that's probably.
I think Erica actually might be there. I think.
I think she was. She was mentioning that.
It should just be, what's that other one that the Cars, I Hate Cars podcast?
War on Cars.
War on Cars podcast.
I Hate Cars podcast.
Sponsored by the I Hate Cars podcast. Sorry, Doug.
So I want to talk to Greg because I might come up and do that because the 12-hour relay is not.
Yeah, I'll probably just do it a 12-hour race.
I thought you were going to do like the 50-something with it.
I was going to do the 100, but there's a regatta the same days. And that's like a lot of nonsense happening at that park when a regatta is going on. And
it's going to be
I might murder people if I'm there for more than 12 hours.
It's going to be so much fun because you're going to have the normal element that's at that park.
Yeah,
and then,
plus a regatta.
And then bougie boat people. Come on, man.
Oh, yeah.
That's
yeah, just wait till like 1 a.m. It's going to be wild out there.
Oh, my God.
I'll tell you, I think that's the biggest gift that you and Erin have given us is knowledge that park exists.
Yep.
Because, like...
And what it's like in the middle of the night.
It's just...
when you think it would be dead silence, but for some reason it's not.
You're like, is it the club?
In the club.
We all run it.
We all run it.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, Michelle Kay told me, she was like, you might have to do Loopy this year. And I was like, the hell?
I mean, it is a great place to run. Like, it's, I don't know.
It's a great, easy loop. I love it. I run it all the time, so I can't say anything. I literally run it multiple times a week. So,
like, yeah, if you lived local and you needed a train, you would be there all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. That's what I do.
Yep.
All right, so should we give a good recap of Springtime Surprise Weekend?
Yeah.
It was
Springtime.
awesome. It was good.
It was very hot. Although the races weren't that hot because it was early in the morning, but yeah.
Let me say this real quick because, like, I know, like, when people are no longer with us, like, I don't care what you believe, but, like, people will see, like, a dove and be like, that's so-and-so. I did feel like Erin's presence was definitely there because, like, it was 90 degrees, but it was relatively overcast the entire time, and it was breezy. So
it was nice and breezy.
Temperature was not terrible. Where, like, in years past, we've been sweating buckets, and it's stale and stagnant, and, like, I think for the 5K...
Yeah, the worst day was the 5K.
The worst day was the 5K.
Yeah, 5K was the worst.
But the longer races weren't terrible. They weren't great, but they were definitely not terrible.
No, they weren't as bad as the last 2 years.
So, do we just kind of want to walk through the events?
Yeah.
All right.
So what was the first day? Expo Day.
Expo Day.
We did our usual.
Mm-hmm.
Hung out on the pathway.
That was a hot day. That was a hot day.
That was hot. That was definitely hot. Because I went to Epcot afterwards with Run Disnerd, and it was blazing over there.
Yeah. Just the sun. Just you're on the sun.
Yeah.
But the expo, I don't know. And there's something, and this is why I think springtime is my favorite weekend because, and Erin always said this, like, it always felt like it's like the last day of school, last day of summer camp is like kind of how it feels, where it's just kind of chill and like everybody's there for a good time. Like nobody's stressed out about everything. It's like the 10-mile distance isn't as scary, I think, for some people. So it just like, there's like, just like a different mood than other race weekends. And you can feel it kind of everywhere. So like there was no like really drama at the expo, and we were waiting for it because the
with the new shoes and all.
The Brooks shoes were released, so everyone was like, it's going to be crazy. People are going to be fighting for them, and it was totally fine. Like we got a boarding group, or I don't know what they're called. Is that what they're called?
Virtual queue.
Virtual queue group.
Yeah.
That was like way later in the day, so we didn't even get called until I think it was almost 2:00. And you walked in, and they have a special area that you go for the shoes, and you could try them all on if you wanted to try one on. You could ask questions, and then you filled out an order form, and you could get one of each style. You couldn't get multiples of each style. Not even like men's and women's. So I couldn't get like a man and a woman's in a particular style. I had to get one. So it was like literally one of each. They did a good job taking care of that. You just brought your order form up. They grabbed the shoes for you and like you went on your merry way. I spent so much money because I bought for a couple people that my credit card got declined and I was flipping out, and it's just because I thought it was fraud. So
That's fair.
I had to like text like, oh, that was me. Apologies. So yeah, we had a really good experience. The merchandise is just fine. I will say, and I said this multiple times over the weekend, just the prices have gotten so
ridiculous
bad. Not only for our park tickets, which were out of control. I think it was over $500 for us to do 2 days in the park.
It was $587.
Isn't that insane? For 2 days.
That's nuts.
It was crazy. And then just like the merchandise, like it was just okay. It was really expensive. I used to buy like a pin for every single race that I did. So if I did like a challenge, I would come home with 4 pins because I'd have the 5K, the 10K, the half, and then like the race weekend pin or the challenge pin or like whatever the hell else it was. And I thought they were a lot when they were like $9. $12, and now they're over $20. I think they were like $24.99. I'm like not doing that. So
No, that's
it's
like,
just So if I'm going to complain about one thing, it's like Disney and their insane prices. Like I looked at a pair of Crocs in the park and they were like $60. Are they out of their minds? They're out of their
Oh my God,
minds.
$60 for Crocs.
I was like, they've lost it. They've completely lost it.
Kind of crazy.
So, I mean, if I had to complain about one thing, it would be that. But I thought it was like really smooth. We saw people. The character lines were a little long, but
those were
moving.
long. Yes. Yeah.
I don't know anything else about like the expo. It was good seeing people. I don't think we ended up staying in lines for a lot longer than we thought we would. So I don't think we saw as many people.
Let's see. There was a good amount of people came by. The bib pickup was super easy. I mean, I went in the morning and like there was no line inside and just went kind of right in pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Went over to the other side and saw a few people there. Saw Kelly from Sparkle. It was good to see her again. And just a bunch of other people, that, who want it. To kind of see. There's Indy, of course.
There's Indy.
I'm not sure. I'm trying to remember who else I saw inside, but no, just like everybody was wonderful every time I saw them. So I will say one thing about the new Brooks shirts. I do like Brooks shirts. It would be nice if they didn't have a giant unbreathable decal on the front of them, so you could actually wear them to run in.
That's fair.
Fair.
Instead of putting a graphic on there in the cheapest way possible, Disney, like, how about making them usable as a running shirt? Because they are absolutely not usable as a running shirt in any sense of the word. Because you just took them from being a breathable running shirt into a plastic bag, essentially.
I'm trying to formulate a perspective on this. Do you think Brooks looks at this as like...
Oh, it's great for them. I mean, for sales, like they didn't do it, so
But like, would they for like the Boston Marathon, if they were a sponsor and they made shirts? Do you think that they would have something like that?
That style,
no. For that field of runners, I'm not saying that Run Disney runners are not runners. That's not what I'm saying. But
no, but it's different. Yeah,
like it's like prominent IP, and you got to get Groot on that shirt as big as possible.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that's, I get why they do it. I totally get it. People love it. That's totally fine. It's fine to wear around the park and stuff. You just can't run in it at all.
Yeah, I like them better than whatever cheap crazy thing they were doing for a couple of years.
Yeah,
but they're still not as nice as the Columbia ones. The Columbia not the Columbia, the Champion.
Champions were good, yeah.
Yeah, those were the best. So
yeah, I think that's all I did that night.
We went to dinner at we went to dinner at Gico.
Oh, that's right. We all went to dinner at Gico.
With the Weckerleys.
With the Weckerleys. That was super fun.
And we ran into the Rise and Run podcast.
Yes, they were.
Did not invite us to dinner.
Yeah, nice. Thanks, Greg.
Suspicious.
Also,
thanks, Greg.
Suspicious.
Also, I don't want to like cause a stir, but like,
what are we doing to Greg this episode?
We were in the lobby of Animal Kingdom Lodge.
Yes.
And we're like chit-chatting with Bob and the folks at Rise and Run, and we kind of look up, and there's like this catwalk that comes out of like the most expensive rooms, and you see Greg coming down for dinner.
Oh, club level Greg.
And it's like we
Sounds
get
right.
it. You don't have to flaunt your Patreon in our faces. Like it's not like I get it. Ivory Tower and all that, but like come on, man.
It's the Greg level Patreon. This level of trolling.
Oh, poor Greg.
You
Love
only
Greg.
roast the ones that you love.
Yes. And the next day we were doing the 5K, and I was walking that with Marcia, and the Weckerleys hung with us as well, and we ran into you guys.
Yeah, so Tom and I dressed as Yelena and Red Guardian.
I thought you were a stormtrooper.
Yep. That sounds right.
I will say that a lot of people did recognize the costume,
Yeah, I think everybody did.
and
I think we were the only ones.
in a very elusive way that you try to be unique at these races, I think we actually pulled it off.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, the
That's pretty
costumes were great. And all props to Diana. That was a sexy ass costume.
Whoop whoop.
That's what I said.
Sorry, Tom. Sorry.
Sorry.
I
You're not
realize I'm-
talking. You're not talking about my costume.
Oh, well, no.
That
the
was-
mask,
that was
the
your-
mask kind of was. The gimp
That was your
mask was
10
kind
That
of,
Tom's-
Gimp mask
Tom's sexy
was
costume was the 10K one, which we'll get to.
a rubber that rubber mask.
in 80-degree sultry.
I'll tell
weather.
you, that was sweaty. You know who else was sweaty? Bob, who dressed.
Oh
as,
my
That's
God.
rude.
Poor Bob. Oh my God. Bob was melting before the race started.
Hey, price of fame, because he got on that Run
He
Disney.
killed it.
He
Killed
got
it.
on that Run Disney Instagram page.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say that morning was
It was the hottest. I was wearing
hottest.
pants.
Yeah. Yep.
You were wearing pants.
So that was kind of miserable.
I could see that.
I did wear the top because I just wore running clothes, like it was all white. But my top was actually a heat gear top, so
Oh,
it was
good.
made
Yeah.
to wear in warm weather. So like it wasn't as bad, I think, as it could have been. But my
Yeah.
vest was hot.
Mm-hmm.
It was
Yeah, the
was
vest
warm.
probably added some heat, I'm guessing.
it was warm. And Tom and I decided to run that together until we found
Yeah.
you. So we started in our own corral. A little ahead of you guys, so we were able to get some photos. They
Mhm.
had some really good characters out, I think, this year, some unique ones. The lines were really long.
5K lines are always crazy.
Yeah, 5K longs were really long. But we got Doctor Strange, and we were in his line for like a
Yo, that
long
line was insane.
time. And he looked not great. Like he was.
He wasn't great.
I know. I sent a photo to my brother. I was like, "Look at this, like wonky Doctor Strange."
Oh my God.
I'm
There was
sure
a
he was a nice
huge line,
man.
though. There was a huge line.
I don't think I've ever seen, and someone's going to jump in the comments and be like, Diana's wrong. But like, I don't think I've ever seen photos of him at a Disney race before.
Not that I recall,
At,
anyway.
like,
I know I've seen him in Disneyland. I don't.
yeah, and
recall.
I've seen him like walking around as like a character in Disneyland, but not at like a Run Disney.
Yeah, yeah.
And they've had Star-Lord, and they also had Star-Lord and Gamora out, but they've had them out before. Tom and I also, for every race day, got there like super early. So we were able to get character photos. They had Groot every single morning. So he was cool. But I thought the characters were really good. And yeah, then we met up with you guys while we were, I think, in line for Star-Lord and Gamora.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was around mile 2 or so. Yeah.
And then
Yep.
we're able to finish out the race together.
Yeah. Yeah, I carried Erin's shirt from New York City for all 3 races. Yeah, each morning was a little tough, you know.
Yeah.
Walking in, especially walking past, you know, when you're coming in, passing Spaceship Earth, we would always stop there and have to do like a bunch of photos for her and stuff. And, you know, just being in the corral and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, that was all not super easy, we'll say.
Yeah.
It was great having Marcia there. That was super helpful for me that morning.
Mm-hmm.
She was such a a good friend to Erin also.
Yeah.
But it's just like the race, like walking the race itself was totally cool, and then at the end it was a little emotional too. So
Yeah.
but-
Yeah. I felt like the whole weekend was weird. I think I was talking to Marsha, and she's so great, but I was like, it just feels like we haven't run into her yet this weekend. Like it was weird because I just kept expecting to see her.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Same.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, similar,
Yeah.
but you know what I mean.
It's just So it was nice being able to cross the finish line together.
We didn't hang out after that race, did we?
No, I think we got like a beer and then like
a little bit.
Tom and I went to the pool.
I don't remember. Is that the day I went to Hollywood Studios while they were working? That was Thursday, right?
Yeah, that was Friday. So yeah, you did. That's where you guys went. You went to Hollywood Studios.
Oh yeah, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah. So I hung out. I was according to Instagram, I was the dad for the day, and hung out with Marsha, Melissa, and Sarah. Big props to Sarah, Park and Preston, who helped me out. But I hung out with them in studios. They were working remotely, and so we hung out at Baseline for a bit, which was awesome. As I am a man of leisure, I was just hanging out, not doing that. Somebody did come up and talk to me while I was there, and I apologize. I do not remember your name, but I totally appreciate it. It was like anybody who came up to me at any time, honestly, it meant the world to me. So I do remember the conversation. I don't remember the name, and I apologize. I do remember that she was from New Jersey, though. But I appreciated that. I appreciated it when anybody came up, whether they knew me previously or not, But then we also got a last ride through, what's that called? The Muppets.
Oh, yeah.
We closed down the party room at Pizza Rizzo.
Oh, damn.
They were working upstairs, and I'm like, I went to go to the bathroom, and I'm like, they have the stairs roped off, right? And they're like cleaning all around us, so we had to leave. And we also rode a tower, which I have not ridden in a long time, actually.
Oh, fun.
And then they made me do pictures.
I saw.
Is Tower still the scariest ride ever?
No, it's fine.
I hate it.
Oh, you don't like up and down? Oh,
I
gotcha.
hate it.
I get you.
I'll do it for her, but I hate it.
Oh yeah, I love it. I don't mind it at all. I'm fine with it.
I'm
Erin
good with-
hated it,
I'm-
so I never
I'm
went
good
on
with
it.
spinnies. I'm not good with drops.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I love
get that.
Tower.
Yeah, I do enjoy. I like Tower quite a bit. I'm glad there's two different ones because I like the old one still, so I don't want to see it change.
Yeah,
I like having two different ones, but yeah, I mean, just thank you to the three of them for just. It was really wonderful to like have that kind of day and then be the dad in their photos.
I love that. I love that. I will say, Tom and I did Trattoria El Forno for dinner that night.
My God.
Very solid
And-
place, right?
We got lasagna and it was so freaking good. Like, I don't know if we were just like hungry. Like, so don't go there and be like, Diana said it's the greatest thing in the world and not like it. Like, but for us, like, we were losing our minds over this lasagna for some reason.
It's
and I don't know why.
better than average. Like, I'll put that up against
and I think
any
we were
kind
just
of.
expecting, like,
I think it's pretty good. Yeah, I like that place.
We were like, what is the Tony's like Town Square? Like, I think we were expecting
it's
like
nothing.
Olive Garden in the
no,
park.
No, yeah.
So, and
It's
I've
way
only been
better
there.
than that.
Yeah, and I hadn't been there in years. I've been there for breakfast recently, but not for dinner. So I was like, I need to make a reservation there every race weekend so that I can get the lasagna night for a race. So.
Oh, kind
I
of
don't even
backtracking
remember
a little
right.
bit. Backtracking a little bit, when we came in, we did meet up with you guys at Jelly Rolls.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I forgot about Jelly Rolls night. Yeah, that was super fun. Super fun.
My first drink was a 32-ounce
Blue Hawaiian.
Hawaiian.
Yeah, that was
Which
huge.
They didn't list the price, but it was definitely on the bill.
$45.
Oh my God. And I don't want to get on a soapbox, but Disney, take all of your mixed drinks down by at least $3.
They're outrageously high.
They're outrageous.
Yeah.
$17.50 for like a Mai Tai. Knock it off. Like, I get it. you have people that are captive, but like it's really hard to catch a buzz at $34 a pop.
I don't even remember where I ate Friday night, and I don't know why. My brain kind of functions sometimes, so there is that. But I don't remember where I ate at all. So I had to eat somewhere.
Those mornings, they are tough.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God! Every day when the alarm went off at 2:15, I was like, "What in the world is happening here?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's early mornings.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the 5K was good.
Yeah.
No issues. Like I kept like waiting for like something crazy to happen, and
Nope, nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
Wait, no. This is a comment for the 10K, so I'll hold it.
No, we're there.
Well, we're there.
I'll tell you. People were getting chippy.
Oh, really?
With the race etiquette, and I think it happens every single race.
Yeah.
No matter how many times you got runners on both sides, you got walkers on both sides. You
it's
got
tough. It's
everyone in the middle. You got the pace groups coming through. Everyone is either very educated and needs to make sure everybody else knows how educated they are. Some people are just aloof in their own little worlds. Like you have it's this melting pot of like whatever, man, and everybody is just kind of
Well, I mean, that's what happens. You have someone who ran Boston next to someone who it's like their first race ever. So like, it's
just it was in some of the choke points. It was a little hairy, I'll tell you. But I will say, shout out to Run Disney. They've increased the lighting in the dark areas.
I know, because you brought a flashlight for the 5K, and you were like, I don't think I need this for the 10K.
No, there's a lot better lighting.
At one point during the 5K, he did pull out a flashlight.
I did.
For the sidewalk. And speaking of sexy costumes, the 10K days where Tom had his sexy costume.
Oh, God.
Do you want to talk about your body?
I was Phil. What's the...
Phil Atiti?
From...
Hercules.
Hercules.
Oh, is that what that was from?
Yeah.
Michael's just like, I thought that's what you were wearing.
That character is played by Danny DeVito. And I just had a very form-fitting shirt. And yeah,
it was
I fit the part very well.
A hairy man shirt, a bare-chested man shirt.
That was
which
so
we saw
form-fitting.
2 women wearing, by the way.
Did you?
Yes.
Yours was very form-fitting, though.
Oh, yes, it was. It was every nook and cranny.
And it looked like it was your body.
It was.
Yeah, and that's not great.
It was off-putting.
It's off-putting.
I should be off-putting.
I don't remember what I wore that day. Oh, I wore a shirt. There you go.
Just a shirt.
Just a shirt. A striped
Just a shirt.
shirt.
The 10K, I decided I was going to run ahead for the character stops, and then Tom was going to jump in when he felt like it.
Yep.
So I think I got all of the characters for the 10K, and then Tom jumped in with some of them.
Yeah.
I ran it fast.
Yeah, you ran.
Or relatively fast anyway, not super fast. But I had a very rough morning. But I did have a good morning. It was a struggle from the time I got on the bus. But I hopped off the bus, and I was like, hey, that's a Will Run For hat in front of me. So I scooted on up. I was like, hey, that's a nice hat. And then was walking with the dude. I was like, man, this guy looks familiar. I don't remember his name. So we talked for a while. No, here's the issue I had last time. It's Forrest, and I believe it's Andrew on his bib. And I met him at the half, I think 2 years ago. But yeah, so I remembered this time Forrest. That's a check mark for me. I'll
Look
take
at
that.
you.
But yeah, no, we talked for a bit walking in, so that was very nice. I appreciated that. And then saw everybody. Obviously, it was nice. I get there early every day, so it's nice to like see everybody. Before the race. The corral was tough for me that morning. I don't know why. It just was. Just random. So I just ran to burn off some energy.
Yeah.
And that was fine. That worked.
Yeah.
I didn't stop for anything. I did see Stitch, and I was just like, I just need to keep going. It just wasn't.
Yeah.
in my mind was not there at that moment. So
Yeah,
but,
we
yeah.
Yeah, we stopped. We got Stish. We stopped and got a bunch, and then I think the Weckerleys. We saw them. They jumped in for one photo. It was really weird. Like I don't know what it was about this weekend in particular, but it felt like, of course, Erin was missing, but it just felt like people were missing. That it was less people than it normally.
There was less. I will say that. Yeah.
And then I don't know if it was like the pace I was running or like what I was doing, but none of the days I saw like a ton of people on course, and I was looking. Particularly, like, as I thought I started, like, well enough ahead, and then because I stopped so much, I was like, oh, I've slowed down, like, a ton. I should be seeing people. People should be catching up. And I don't think we ever saw, like, anybody to, like, jump in photos or, like, I don't really I might have one photo that's a bunch of people, and I know, like, we have one that is, like, Marsha and you and the Weckerleys and I don't know who else, but I don't have any of those, like, there are 30 people in this photo, and you can't tell where the character is. Like, I don't have any of those from this weekend, and I'm a little sad about it. So I don't know if it was I was missing people or it was just
I think there was like
or...
less of the crew was there. Yeah, I would say.
And it seemed like people were like kind of doing their own thing. Like, Chris and Violet were just kind of like running with Chris and Violet, and like Tom and I were kind of together all weekend, which is very unusual for us. Like it, you know.
Yeah, people were kind of doing their thing. Yeah,
their
I get
thing.
You.
So, but no, I thought it was good. Good characters. Oh, we didn't talk. The 5K course was like totally different.
Oh, yeah, it was. Yeah.
And I don't know if it was like the same as marathon, and I just wasn't ready for it, and I never look. But I loved that 5K course.
It was a lot of park.
It was a ton of park time. Yeah, it was a ton of park time. So I thought that was excellent. So, yeah, we had a really good 5K and actually a really good 10K. We hung out for a little bit longer on 10K.
Yeah, a little bit.
After the race.
Yeah, I agree. It was not until close, but pretty long.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Good amount of time.
Yeah, it was a good amount.
And also, I don't remember where I went after the 10K. I went somewhere. I don't remember. I know I did stuff. I don't remember.
Oh. Yeah.
I think I went to Epcot, maybe. Oh, yeah, I went to Epcot. Yeah. Saw Chris Violet, Miles, Amy, Miles and Crowns, Amy.
Miles Crown, yep.
Who else was there? Other people. Oh, Steph and Dan.
Mm-hmm.
Marsha, of course. Other people. I don't know. Melissa Melly. All them. Yeah. We went over there to eat a little bit and then saw them
nice.
And then split. Yeah.
Yeah, very good. We what did we do? Oh, we met my friend who lives locally at Coronado Springs for lunch.
There you go. Coronado's nice.
I love that resort. That's actually one of my favorite moderates. I know it gets crapped on a lot because they're like, it's the conference hotel. But I love Three Bridges. I don't know. I
Three
like the
Bridges
rooms
is
there.
great. Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I just like that resort.
Yeah, Three Bridges is really great.
Like, I think I'm trying to think about like the other ones. Like, I like it more than like Caribbean Beach. Although Caribbean Beach now has the Skyliner, but
Yeah, but for like stuff to do in the resort, I would say Coronado's better. I probably went to dinner somewhere. I don't remember where it was. Brain doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, but we went to bed relatively early. I think the night before the 10-miler. I got an ice cream sundae for dinner the night before 10-miler because I hate myself. I don't know why I did that. I was actually fine, but
oh, you know what? I think I was in Disney Springs. I think I ate at. Oh, I remember now. Friday, I ate at Rodeo because I had barbecue 2 days in a row. I ate at Roundup Rodeo on Friday and Polite Pig on Saturday.
Oh, that's delicious.
So this was a barbecue fueled weekend. No old fashions, just barbecue this weekend. Apparently, was my thing. Both were really solid. Enjoyed both of those. So
Polite Pig is so good.
Yeah. So I forgot about that. Yeah, I was down at Springs with Marsha and Dana and our friend Cassie. So yeah.
Indy is being insane.
He is hilarious. He just
he likes to hold hands.
Yeah, basically all the ladies took care of me all weekend. Made sure I was okay.
Yeah, no, it was
and
good.
I appreciate it.
You needed it. Tom, any thoughts on the 10K with Indy standing on your thigh? It's like all of his weight is just on top.
Oh my god, it's so ridiculous.
Again, I think you've said it a couple times. Like, there wasn't a whole lot of drama. It was a very standard 10K.
Oh, one thing did happen. I actually accidentally ran over a woman.
You ran over a woman?
I was flying down the grass down the overpass. And as I cut back into the road, she came to a dead stop.
Well, then it's her fault.
I blasted into the back of her. I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Like, I feel like I've almost run into people because they just stop like that.
Yeah, I mean, I was like going pretty good. And as soon as I cut in, she stopped. And I'm like, oh, man. And I blasted right into the back of her. I apologize. Whoever you are, sorry about that, but don't stop also.
Yeah, I mean, it's bad enough when people like slow down to like a walk immediately in front of you, but like the stopping is crazy.
Yeah, the stop was rough. She stopped to like turn around and do something, and I was just like, wham! I was like, oh boy.
Yeah. And maybe, I don't know, like maybe it's because people's intervals are so short. Like I feel like, because I run intervals and I definitely do like the raise my hand to start walking, whatever. But I feel like I start running and then I move over to the left as I'm running. And then when I'm watching. So when I'm like 15 seconds, 30 seconds, depending on like how crowded it is, I start to make my way over to the right for my walk interval. So.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
But I know a lot of people just kind of run in a straight line. So. But if you're going to do walk run, like kind of do it like more in the middle than more to the left.
Yeah. It was tight out there though. But yeah, I ran over someone. So sorry about that.
Yeah.
One thing I will say is I always run with music, not like run Disney with music, but people with headphones couldn't hear the caution runner speed bumps
Oh
ahead.
my God.
The amount of people I saw damn near eat it because they don't see the speed bumps and they hit it at that weird angle. I'm like, it's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then 10-miler day. 10-miler day was, I think, the hardest day for me. I struggled a lot that day. That was, I don't know, this race weekend for me in particular, like I've always spent the majority of my time with Erin these weekends.
Yeah.
And then this was kind of like, I wasn't going to do it every year. And she convinced me that second year, she was like, we're going to do perfect. And this is going to be the race where you and I are perfect. And I said, okay, we're in it. So this was really hard for me. And I kind of just wanted to get to the corral as soon as possible. And I was like, I just want to be in there. And the year Erin and I decided that her and I, when she was feeling actually really good, I guess this was 2 years ago, where we were just going to run and we were going to do our own race and do our own thing. We were like, we're going to start at the tape and we're going to be in corral B and we're going to get there like super early. So I kind of did all of that and I left Tom like in the corral and I said, I'm going up, I'm wiggling my way up. I'm going to stop at the corral. And I was texting Marsha and I was just having like a really, really hard time. And then I thought, well, I'll run into people on the course and it'll get better and it'll get easier. And I saw no one. I saw Chris at mile like 12.98. I saw Chris and I was like, I need like a hug because I've been out here, no headphones, dogging my own thoughts for 10 miles. Like it was.
Man.
So 10-miler day, I think, was really, really hard for me. But I made a commitment. I was going to do photos. I was going to let myself feel everything 100%.
Yep.
I did want to get a Mando photo because Mando was out there, and I don't know if he's ever been out for a race. So
I don't know, actually. Yeah.
I wanted a photo with him. So I got a few photos at the beginning, and then I skipped a couple to get in line for Mando. But then I got literally everyone else after. So I hope I did her justice while I was out there. But the 10 mile was really, really hard for me. So thank you, Chris, for my hug because I needed it.
Yeah, no, I get that. I mean, for me, it was weirdly the 10K for some reason was the harder day. 10 miler was, okay. Like my idea was I was much better that morning, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna run easy and just see how it goes. It was actually nice and breezy that morning, as a matter of fact.
And it was overcast, which is great.
So I was like, I'm just gonna cruise along, see what happens, and I kind of followed along. Actually, there was a woman in front of me that I kind of followed along with. She was like, I was using her to not using her to clear the way, but I was following her as 'cause she was just using her as a pacer. And then after a while, I hopped in front and I was clearing the way a bit. And I just kept going faster and faster, actually, weirdly. And then before I knew it, I just was running really hard and feeling pretty good and was like, I want to do this. So, but yeah, and I stopped at the finish and I talked to John for a bit before finishing, John Pelkey.
Nice.
And I wanted to thank him and Carissa for just, they mentioned her every morning, every time I went past with the shirt and all. And every time I finished, I'd hold up her shirt and they would, give a nice shout out to her, which was, pretty amazing. So I gave him I had one of the memorial cards in my pocket. So I gave it to him and, I really appreciated that. Those just little gestures like that. So that was nice.
Yeah,
I did have
really
a funny
nice.
moment. So what was it? Swan and Dolphin were at mile 2 or so, right?
Yeah.
So after the first water stop, right, I dumped every water stop. I took a cup and dumped water on myself, right?
Yeah, that cools you down more than drinking it.
So Amy, Miles and Crowns, Amy was there, and I'm like, oh, hey, how you doing? And I went to give her a hug, and she pats my back, which is drenched, and I'm like, oh no, I just dumped a cup of water on myself. She's like, oh god. She's like, I was going to be really worried about you if you were that sweaty already after 2 miles. I was like, no, it's just water. It's just water. Don't worry about it. It's just water.
I don't know if that makes it better or worse.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's gross either way.
But I had my Sunday best on. I had my button up on.
It was funny, though, after the race, because I know you had talked about, I'm going to get some character stops and I'm going to, try to, enjoy the race. And I was like, well, what characters did you stop for? And you were like, I got negative splits. And I was like, what?
I was in a groove and I was like, I just felt okay. And I was like, and when I feel okay, I need to just stay feeling okay at this point. So I was like, she would appreciate me just doing this. You know?
Absolutely.
So I just did it. And then we hung out that day for a long time. How was your race, Tom?
Yeah.
I finished it. I saw you. I saw you in your little button up.
Oh, yeah, I ran past you on the road, the highway. Yeah.
I did see Tom, I think, twice. On the course, because I stopped at the first character stop and you screamed no at me and kept running.
No.
And then, and I was right near the front.
Oh,
you were like, I'm not doing it. And then I think I saw you at one other and that was it. It was another character.
Yeah. No, I mean, the race was, I hope this is not a precursor for this fall, but
I thought you said you felt pretty good.
I felt fine, I guess. I'm just slow and kind of heavy, and so I lumbered my way through 10 miles, but I never stopped, and I hydrated and I fueled and all kinds of stuff, and I had fun, and I did get my feels a little bit. I remember one time, maybe 2 years ago, I guess I did this 10 miler with Erin. We were just together for the entire time.
I think it was the inaugural because I think that's when her foot was hurt.
Yeah,
It was
and
super
you were
hot. That's it.
And you guys just walked the whole thing and didn't stop for anything.
And I'm always high anxiety. I'm like, I'm gonna get swept. I don't know anything about pace. Blah blah blah. And then that one kind of you do a little switchback. You go up and around. You go up the overpass. And then once you get on the overpass, you can kind of see the sea of people behind you.
Yeah.
And she's like, look, you have nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
And I remember that because that's kind of at the 5 mile, 6 mile mark.
I know what
and
you're
I'm
talking
like,
about. Yeah.
And she'd be like, it'd be very hard for a balloon lady to catch you at this point. So I just remember that kind of stuck out to me. And I got, a little a little choked up. The sun was kind of coming up, and there's like kind of a nice kind of sunrise situation going on. And then I saw that view, and I just remember because like I was high anxiety with her up until that point, and then once she pointed that out, I was like, well, then I'm just now going to have fun, right?
Yep.
And it's just one of those pivotal things where you're like, I remember that piece very vividly, and she was just a part of that memory, you know. So, but no, I did good. I think I did fine. A lot of zigzagging because like I was at least a quarter mile to a half mile off my distance every time I pass a mile marker. I'm like, I don't know. You zigzag a lot in these Disney races, but
Oh my God, I did like 10.5 miles.
that's it. Yeah. So, but no, it was good. Yeah, I feel like I had a good race.
Yeah.
It definitely showed me a lot of stuff that I have to work on. Because then the very next day I registered for that marathon.
When that came across, I was like, wait, what? What just happened?
So there's no preconceived notions about where I'm currently at. But yeah.
Yeah, and he was like miserable for like the next like couple of days. So
yeah, I don't know why. Yeah,
it was
I think
just
my
like
feet hurt.
your
and then
feet
we
hurt.
were just
It was
walking
a lot
because we didn't do the parks before. And we did the parks, like we did Epcot and then Magic Kingdom afterwards. But
yeah, he registered for MCM in the queue for Jungle Cruise.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Oh my God.
So good race.
Good race.
Yeah.
I like I said, I felt really good during all the races. I was running like pretty fast in between my character stops. I was running like more than my intervals. I don't think I could have kept the pace I was running in between characters. I couldn't have just run flat out. It was just like too much. It was good to have like those like little stopping points. And I think you can be a great runner and a fast runner at any size, at any pace that you want to do. I will say that losing a significant amount of weight, I feel like a completely different person when I'm running. Like it just feels different and it feels better. And I like things don't hurt. My feet don't hurt as much. My legs don't hurt as much. And I mean, it's just like, I think it's that combined with like the strength training. So I felt like just like from last year to this year, it's just like a world of difference on how I felt like with all of these races. So I think I had a pretty good year and a pretty good race.
You say it a million times. Consistency is key. And if anybody has been consistent, you have been very consistent with your training, your Peloton, and then all of the other like core work and strength work and all that kind of stuff. So like,
yeah. And it is interesting because I haven't been running as much,
yeah,
but I felt better running. So
that makes sense.
Like, I think it's just like all the other things. So
yeah.
So I felt good.
And then we
closed out.
We shut it down. I kept meaning to go over and get a pizza cone, but I was slamming ciders.
Yeah, we did a toast.
Yeah.
Nobody cried.
No one did.
I could have made it worse.
You could have made it worse.
I didn't.
I'm gonna be honest. I can't even look at Linda sometimes. Like
she'll start crying.
And then I start crying. Like, and she's just got like the cutest like cry face.
Totally,
like it's just my little heart just can't take it.
Yep.
I love her so much.
I went to brunch with Linda and Kelly and Steph and Dan. There were a lot of people. Solange, all of them. It was the most amazing, wonderful meal of chaos that topped off the weekend. So that was totally fun. Total chaos with all those people, but it was good.
I love that.
Good. Yeah.
I will say, yeah, and I'll also add that, like, you know, Michael, I know people were coming up to you the entire weekend. People were coming up to us. Like, I had some really good conversations with some folks that were like, obviously remembering Erin and
Mhm.
and that, but just then talking about like the podcast and like like kind of what it's meant to them and just how
Mm-hmm.
honest it's been the entire time we've been doing this. Like I talked to
Mhm.
Chiquita,
Yes, Lisa was
um,
there. Yes, which was
yeah,
Yeah.
amazing. Yes.
and and then Tori was there with her sister and her
Oh,
mom.
And her
yes.
mom,
Yeah, her mom was
Tori's
there.
mom,
Yeah,
made a
Tori's mom was
reappearance.
back. Yep.
Like
Second time.
it's just it's there's a level of bittersweetness in general, but
Mhm.
like just none of these relationships would be in play. Like, it would be very hard for any of these relationships to be in place if we hadn't met at Bird in Hand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So like
just that. Yep.
that you say it's her presence, it's whatever it is, but like she put all of this together
Yep.
just by being a person. And that's it. I'm not going to go any, but like it was incredible the amount of like caring and just, kind sentiment and just camaraderie between people that also met
Mhm.
Mhm.
because of these relationships. So like it was a really nice weekend.
Yeah, and people made friendship bracelets.
Yeah.
God.
And they saved special ones for us, which I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. I love them. But I got several ones that were like, we'll run for Erin, pet
Yeah.
all the dogs.
I wore the someone made and I forget who it was. Will Run or an Erin one, and I wore that for every race too.
Yeah. So I was wearing those the whole time we were there, and I was wearing them today. So thank you guys so much. I know
Mhm.
Tori and her sister gave us a couple, and I'm trying to remember who else, but thank you guys so much.
Yeah.
I love them. So
Yeah.
Yeah. No, everything was like it. The weekend was just I needed it,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and it was really good. And there were so many people who came up. There was, but in particular, there's somebody who came up on Sunday, and I apologize, I totally forget the name. But she had sent me a message to Instagram as well, and I truly appreciate because she had gone through something similar. So I really appreciated that like sentiment,
Mhm.
coming from somebody who like truly understood. Not that like other people don't understand, but you know what I mean. Somebody who's like been
Yes.
through a similar thing. So that like is extra meaningful, and just everybody, all the normal people we see, like Zane
Mhm.
and Andrina and all that. So
Oh yeah,
like,
and Zane and Andrina weren't even running, and they came
yeah,
out
they
like
just come
2 in
on
the
out.
mornings, and
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
I'm like, are you guys crazy?
yeah,
Like,
like what is wrong with you? just
Yeah.
just go have dinner with us afterwards or something.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, like just I can't even tell you what the weekend meant. Going
Mhm.
from the Memorial the weekend before to the race weekend, like I will say the flight down was really difficult for
I
me.
can't even imagine, Michael.
Yeah, that
like,
was like the roughest part. Well, actually, the 10K morning was the roughest part, just in general. But
mhm.
just flying down, just everything was off.
I can't imagine how you're like Tom and I were talking, and I don't even know if like proud is the right word, but I don't know if I would have been able to get out of bed, let alone go down like you did.
Yeah.
So she would be very proud of you.
Yeah,
I think
no, I
because
believe
she would
that.
be mad at you if you
Oh, yeah.
didn't get out of bed.
Yeah, if I was just laying around sulking, yeah, it would be not
Yeah.
good. So I try and do stuff. That's what I try and do, right? So,
Yeah.
but it's the people that made it. It's like every one of those little interactions, whatever they were,
Mhm.
is what made it. So, like that's what matters.
Yeah.
That's how she lived. So that's how she treated people. So like that's why it's important.
Mm-hmm. And hopefully there were things that annoyed you and that we screamed a little bit and
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
all that.
There's got to be a little of that, right?
A little bit of screaming, a little bit of talking shit, a little bit of everything. You know.
Yeah.
Life,
like
humanity.
all
Yeah.
the things.
I think I startled Dana. Dana, who was it? Donna, not New Jersey Dana, other Dana. There's too many Danas. I think I startled her the one morning because I went off on something. It was something stupid, like didn't even matter. But I had used some choice language.
Oh, was it our favorite word?
Oh yeah, that one flew out. Yeah. But I was like, bloop, 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 bloop. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry about that. So I'm all right now. No, I think I blamed Marcia after that because she had reminded me of why I was annoyed or whatever. But I was like, whatever. I was like, it didn't even matter. It was dumb. It was nothing to be annoyed about. But like my emotions are very raw and very hard to untangle at moments. So for the most part, I have them under control. But there are times when, it's hard to sort through them. You know what I mean? But it was just amazing seeing everybody who was there and just,
Yeah.
having
we
Linda
love you guys so
cry
much.
and little baby Linda cry.
Little baby Linda cry.
Yeah.
Someone was asking me why I call her baby Linda, and I
don't even know why.
Because there's a joke on the show, The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, that's like,
Is
who
that
names
why?
their baby? There's like, who names your baby Linda? They're like, Linda's a lady that works in HR. It's not a name for a baby.
Oh my God. I didn't even know where it was from.
So that's why I call her baby
That's
Linda.
why it's
Because it's who names the baby Linda.
We talked about it though. She was like, I'm gonna go see another friend who just had a baby, and they named it Linda.
Yeah.
And so like these little trolling moments
like
that kind of
it's-
just came out of
Oh my
nowhere.
God. Yeah.
They're endearing to people.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's fun. That's a lot of fun.
I love
It's
that.
a good crew we got. It's a
we
good
got
crew.
Absolutely.
they're so great, and we can't thank you guys enough. And we can't wait to just keep seeing everybody. And apparently at the beer table we're going to set up at MCM for all of you that are running.
Yeah, that we're not running, by the way.
No.
I had many awkward conversations though too.
Oh, me
with
too.
strangers, where it would be like, "Oh, did you run Flying Pig?" Because I was wearing Erin's Flying Pig hat, and I'm like, "No." I was like, "No, my wife did," and then it would like awkwardly fade away, and I was just like, "I can't go any further," or like, there was other random things that came up.
Well, with strangers, like.
Yeah,
my
they don't
philosophy
know.
with strangers is they don't know. They also don't need to know because they don't care.
No, yeah.
So, like,
I
just remember, like, when I've had, like, deaths like that in the family, like, I would just pretend, like,
oh, God,
it was normal. Like, it
this was
like...
this was not the weekend, but it was right after I went to the barber to get my beard trimmed.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "Oh, how's your wife doing?" Because I was it's been a while since I've been in there. I was like, "Oh, she passed." He's like, "Oh my God, I'm sorry." I'm like, "Dude, you didn't know." I'm like there is no way for you to approach this conversation and not have it be weird.
No
dude.
That's my worst nightmare.
Every freaking phone call I make is like that though. But I felt bad for the dude because literally I was in there like 5 weeks ago or something when Erin was in the hospital, and it's like, and I was like half hour late because I thought I had set the appointment at one time. It was a different time. I was like, "Dude, I'm sorry. I'm like just all messed up or whatever." And then he's like, "Oh man, how's everything?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Oh my God." I'm like, this of course is like 8:00 in the morning when they first open. To start off his day right.
Oh God! And he's thinking about that
every
right now.
conversation. Yes, I'm like, dude, don't. I'm like, you did. You had no way of knowing. Don't even worry about it, man.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah. Well, and it's weird, and no one knows how to act, and like no one knows
That's totally
what to
fine.
do.
Exactly.
And what to say, and like when a joke crosses a line, like I don't know. So there have been points, Michael, where I have like almost texted something to you and then deleted it.
Oh no, with me you're fine. You and me, you're fine. You can send whatever.
I think I took that over the edge, and then I'm like, deek, 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 deek.
I said a joke at the baseline the day like Melissa was literally taking a drink of her beer and working and almost spit her beer on her computer with whatever I had said. I don't even remember what I said, but and it's probably not for consumption anyway, outside of
No.
a friend circle. So
There's I don't know. Like, there's something wrong with us, and I apologize. Like, I don't know.
we're messed up.
We're not good with our
I
feelings.
trolled Greg at the memorial.
Yeah, like,
I told him it was Erin's dying wish for him to be on our show.
and then he came up to me, and I did the same thing.
Can you imagine? Poor guy.
Like,
His face like dropped when I said it. He's like, "Wait, are you serious?" I'm like, "No, I'm not serious." Like, of course, I'm not
Tom's the
serious.
only one with normal feelings in this
Yes,
group.
it's
Like,
true.
you're the only one with humanity. You've got to keep us grounded. I don't know what to tell you.
Look.
Like, there was something that happened and you texted me, and I think I responded, "That's hysterical." And Tom was like, "Is it?" And I was like, "Is it not?"
Oh my God! Look, it sucks, but what are we gonna do? Not laugh?
Yeah, I don't
not
know.
enjoy life? Like you got it. Like you can't. You know. Like there's plenty of times where I'm completely miserable. It's okay to have fun and
Yeah,
laugh
to
and
have
enjoy
moments.
life. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So,
Except for Tom, he does not do that. He
No.
just he takes all
for
of
some
you.
for some reason, like I feel like I'm the funny one, but I'm also like the one that gets really quiet and like
Oh my
I don't
God.
know.
It's because you're the kind one.
For someone
Yes,
talks,
I think that's what it is. Like you see that line and you're like, "Oh, I can't go there." We see that line and we're like, "Well, what's the line beyond that?"
Like, we're like, can we like push it? Like,
Yeah,
is it a dotted line?
Is there another
Like,
line
is it-
past that one?
for years I wasn't like this. I was definitely the one that people would be like if I'm meeting a new person, my friends would be like, "You're gonna hate him when you first meet him, but just get to know him, and he is fine." Because I would say ridiculous things, just to kind of like shocking things, just to get a rise out of people. But now I'm like, I just want everybody to get along.
And now
Yeah.
he's like, "This is my wife. I
everyone-
apologize. She's kind of a
everyone
bitch."
gets a participation trophy, and no one's left behind, and blah blah blah.
I get that.
hate
I
it.
mean, in general, I think I will say, I will say in general, I am that way, like
Yes.
in person. But I also enjoy like humor. Like I'm fine with
A
dark
level of
humor.
trolling
I'm fine with that.
Levity is
Yeah,
necessary.
yeah,
But we-
yeah.
Yeah, we say all that just to say we love you guys so much.
Oh my God!
And thank you for everything
Unbelievable.
over the
Unbelievable.
weekend.
Yes.
And all the messages, and because when we released that episode a couple weeks ago, it was very new.
Oh, yeah, it was only a couple days. Yeah.
It was really hard for us to record. People were saying like they haven't even been able to listen yet,
Totally
and then
understand
people
that,
that
yeah.
have been able to listen, just the messages, everything, and like individualized attention, and I cannot thank you guys enough.
Yep. Yeah, and I think so in a weird way, in the whatever it's been now, 3 weeks or whatever. I don't know. I've had like other than my trolling, of course. I don't know, just a softening of who I am. I think.
It was weird because at one point Tom was like, "Who is this?"
I learned a lot from her. I can't, I just did, and she allowed me to, open up to people more. I
Yeah.
think, and I don't know, maybe it's a skill I have that I didn't realize I had.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Or maybe she stopped talking, so you were able
Well, that's
to.
fair. Maybe now I have room to talk. Look, I got
Mm-hmm.
to tell my whole run story. That's weird.
It's crazy.
But yeah, no,
Oh.
like I don't know, like we fit together very well, right?
Yes.
Like just really, really well.
You definitely gave her space to be her very extroverted self,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I mean, that's just what that was.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know, like
Yeah, but I think we balanced each other really well.
I
and
think
had,
so.
And had a lot
Right.
of similarities too, but we
Mhm.
also balanced each other really well and just gave each other space to be ourselves and also like taught each other things,
Yeah.
mhm.
I think that's kind of all that really matters in the end.
Yeah. I don't know. It was really nice. Like I said, Tom and I were talking about it. Like seeing you kind of embody her spirit all weekend.
Yeah. And like at times it was conscious, but at other times it was just like, no, like this is what we do.
I'm part of this group. This is what,
yeah. And that crew is, I can't even, you all know who you are. Like unreal, like unreal, all of them. Like, for the, Marsha, Melissa, and Sarah to take me to the park on Friday while they were working.
Yeah.
Just to be there. And it was just like chill. And the other people I hung around with the whole weekend, it was like, it never felt like they were, like I was tagging along. It was like I was supposed to be there,
Yeah.
So I think that's the big thing I learned. I think I think Erin searched for that herself for like a long time. And I don't think she really found that until the last few years. The right people and like a lot of things within herself too, right? But I think that's probably better to talk about next time anyway. Sorry about that. But yeah. So like, yeah, there's a lot more to her than like I think meets the eye to people.
Yep.
And she had a huge effect on me,
Yeah.
I'm trying to make Tom cry. How longer can I go
Stop
to make
it.
him cry?
Stop it. I'm thinking about that pizza.
Thinking about that pizza.
Oh god.
Nah, but I mean, I just miss her,
Yeah.
But I appreciate the weekend. Like I can't even tell you how much. So I'll be down for a marathon. I don't know. I might go down. I don't know when Wine and Night is. I was thinking about going down to Cheer. So
nice.
Because it's a good spot to be. So,
Yeah,
but I'll definitely
Wine and
be down.
Night's fun.
I'll be down for marathon weekend regardless. So that's not that far away. But yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
What do we have left? Something good? Is that what we do?
We can do
Yeah, something good.
Yeah.
Are we going to do a sappy something good or actual something good?
We can do actual something good.
What garbage have you been watching?
Oh, that's what I got. So, yeah. So Marsha came in early to help me stuff with for the memorial, and we watched Temptation Island, which was amazing. And every dude on there is the absolute worst. Absolute worst. 100% worst. But what an amazing show. Oh my God. Temptation Island is my trash TV something good.
Oh,
Erin
God.
would appreciate that. It was wild. It was so wild. I really can't focus on quality shows at this point, so that worked out well.
I feel like we never watch any of that, and I feel like we have to watch something now, like a Temptation Island or Love is Blind. Like, we never watch any of that.
I would recommend starting out with The Ultimatum, Queer Love. It is the craziest season. It is great.
Okay.
Like, I like The Ultimatum, but Ultimatum Queer Love was exceptional.
Well, I can't wait. What is my something good? Oh, you know what I'll say? So everyone knows ACOTAR is like my hyperfixation. I literally read it 3 times last year and have just been going down that insane rabbit hole. Rebecca Thiebaud recommended the Fantasy Fangirls podcast to me.
Oh.
And they're doing it's old episodes, but they talk about like fantasy books. So they did like Fourth Wing and all the ACOTARs. So I'm in the middle of listening to their chapter by chapter recap and analysis of ACOTAR.
Oh man, that's amazing.
So that's where I am, and they're cute, and I don't always agree with like everything, but I think they're pretty balanced. They don't have any like insane takes that make me want to like throw my phone. And they're cute, and they're 2 sisters, and they're supposed to be different people, but I can't tell them apart, and I honestly don't even know what their names are. I think one's Lexi. But I've been listening and their episodes, and I apologize because our episodes get really long, and I'm like, it's fine. Their episodes are like 2.5, 3 hours long, and I want to die. Like, It takes me forever to get through them. So, apologies to everyone. So, yeah. They're good if you want a companion or if you're reading one of these books for the first time and want to go book by book. And then they also do like at the end, you can stop listening. They give you a warning, but then they do a Mass versus Madness segment where they talk about everything else that they can tie in the Mass verse, which is Crescent City and Throne of Glass. So that's what I've been doing. Tom finished ACOTAR.
I did.
Oh, did you?
I did.
The last book got real slutty.
Oh boy.
It's
Oh,
basically
boy.
pornography. That last book.
Oh
it's
my
not.
god.
It's not that. My something good is the movie Flow about that cat.
Have we talked about Flow yet? You
No.
can't watch it, Michael. Well, maybe you
Jesus
can.
Christ.
It's not sad. It's emotional, but I heart sobbed.
Is it Latvia?
It's Latvia.
It's
Oh
the
my-
It's the biggest film out of Latvia in history, and
I-
it's made $25 million.
I cried so hard. It's streaming. It's on HBO.
It's an animated movie about a cat during the flood.
It's a
and
silent movie. There's
My
Oh,
Lord,
wonderful.
my
It
Lord.
sounds uplifting, Tom.
No, it isn't. He makes friends.
There
Oh,
are. It's
There's a capybara.
it's riveting. It's riveting.
It's
Oh,
so
man.
good. It won Best Animated Movie, and I think it won Best Foreign Film too.
So
Oh,
yeah,
that sounds pretty cool then.
Flow.
Yeah, it was great. It's Flow, but it's not. People keep asking and I had to You can Google the ending, because I got 20 minutes in and I said the obvious thing, so I Googled what the ending was just to make sure, because I was going to turn it off, and then didn't have to turn it off, but I still cried a lot.
So I just got a message from Greg.
Shut
wanting to know why he wasn't informed of the recording.
I love it.
I told him just wait. Oh God.
Full circle.
Full
Full
circle.
circle.
Love
That's
you,
also
Greg.
my something good.
Yeah, really.
We love you, Greg.
Oh man. Tom, I am gonna do the quote this week.
Oh, thank God, because I'm combing through Ben Franklin, and
Nah, I'm gonna do the one that matters.
you got it.
I also think that we should share that at the memorial. I think we all spoke, but Tom
Yes.
did end with a Ben Franklin quote.
He
where
did. It was
where
awesome.
he jumped off the podium and then came back and said, "Whoops, I forgot my Ben Franklin quote."
It was great. Quickly the memorial for those who weren't there. I spoke. Marsha and Melissa spoke
Oh, they were so good.
and cried their eyes out. And then her brother Dirk spoke, and then you guys
Yeah.
spoke, and then I got up and kind of tied it all back together, and it was really, it went perfectly. Honestly, I couldn't have asked for anything better. Honestly,
Yeah.
how it went. I think we captured her spirit pretty well.
Yeah.
Who she was. So the quote is, you may know this one from someone we love dearly, of course. First of all, you honor me by crushing your goals. That is what I want. I don't need you to be with me. I need you to do you. And I need you to have your own dreams and crush your goals every single day. And that is how you honor me. Yeah.
Gosh, almost made it.
I'm almost made it. And yeah.
She knew what she was doing when
I know.
she did that.
I
What
mean,
an a-hole.
I know.
God.
Doing it to make us cry.
I know she is. And she'd giggle.
Yes.
She'd say, "I'm making Diana uncomfortable."
That was hard. She did enjoy that. I love you, baby.
We love you.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Bye bye.
Bye.